Juanda begging now for everyone to fold so he can have a walk. A walk is what's called a fold all the way around to the big blind, and he just picks up the blinds and antes.
David Steike with pocket fives. Blinds are at 2,000 and 4,000 now. And will raise to 8,000.
Kind of interesting.
Sorry,
he did say raise, but he didn't put enough chips in to raise.
Sorry, Mr. Juanda. He actually announced raised.
Yeah, I thought I was putting in one of these.
And he said raise.
Yeah. Okay, so the raise stands good.
So you can raise whatever you like.
Raise.
Having some trouble.
I only wanted to raise.
Handling
make
the
it
chips?
8,000 anyway. Oh, I thought I was putting in a. I thought I was doing that. Which is still wrong.
We'll get this straight.
He put in 1,500.
Juanda just watching them.
Juanda trying to figure out what to make of this exactly.
Juanda, the big blind, still to act.
So Steike now forced to make the minimum raise. It's going to be over to John Juanda.
Picks up Jack 9 offsuit.
4 more thousand, right?
John has 4,000 already in the big blind, so it costs him another 4,000 to make the call.
And he does indeed make the call, so there will be 2 to the flop.
As expected, Juanda now trying to play his position against Steike. He's going to act last here.
And the flop is Jack 10-6.
Great flop for Juanda. He's flopped top pair for Steike. 3 overcards on the board. But he did raise before the flop, and he's going to continue to bet.
My colour's right this time.
Steike bets 6,000.
Well, you can't expect Juanda to mess around here, and he's not going to. He's raising.
And he moves the remainder of his chips in for 28,000. He is all in.
Not a lot of chips. Just 22,000 more. You can hear Juanda saying just 22,000 more. Somewhat leading Steike.
Okay, he falls.
Doesn't matter.
It's okay. He was bluffing.
And Steike quickly folds. So John Juanda earns the check mark.
He wasn't quite bluffing, John, but he couldn't beat your jacks, that's for sure. So John Juanda wins a very important pot there. Trying to hang in there, make a run at this title.
David Steike from Hong Kong, our most inexperienced player at the table.
Yeah, a couple more pots like this, I'll be dangerous.
Yeah, a couple more.
Always dangerous, Juanda.
Oh, 1 double up.
Good luck.
Good luck to you too, just because you wish me luck, but you know I don't really mean it.
You're all class, John. I mean us. So.
Oh!
It's okay. It's a good thing when they're calling your names in poker. You know?
Yeah.
That means you're doing well.
Means you've done something.
Yeah. You're either upset or you.
When no one knows who you are, that's a problem.
And we are now back to the action. Blinds are 2,000 and 4,000. It is on Eric Asadurian, the Australian, picks up ace-7 offsuit.
Well, Asadurian, aggressive player. He's going to raise with ace-7 offsuit.
Makes it 12,000. Folds around to Juanda. He lets it go. Over to his mate, Emad Tatu.
Mate/nemesis.
Picks up king 10 offsuit.
He is in the big blind. Not a very large raise.
And Emad will call. So the 2 Aussies in the pot together.
Advantage Asadurian. He's in position, getting to act last also with the best hand.
The flop is 10-7-5.
Tatu has flop top pair, but Asadurian with middle pair. He's got 7s with an ace kicker.
And Emad Tatu checks. Asadurian fires in 23,000.
Protecting what he perceives to be the best hand there, a pair of 7s.
And Emad Tatu calls.
Playing it safe, just calling with top pair. There you see Joe Hashem looking on.
Watching both of his friends in the pot together. As we go to the turn, it is an ace of hearts.
Huge card there for Asadurian. He just got lucky and made aces and 7s. Tatu now behind with his pair of 10s and a king kicker.
And he checks over to Asadurian.
Sitting here with aces and 7s.
You and me, old friend. What are you calling me with?
Worried about a heart maybe, a heart flush. There are 3 hearts on board. He did check call on the flop. Players will often do that if they're drawing to a straight or a flush.
And Asadurian bets 55,000 and Emad Tatu folds.
Quickly folds. That was a very good read. He had the best hand on the flop, played it slow. When that ace came out, he quickly got away. As you see Asadurian there picking up the chips.
Well, Emad Tatu does not look happy, but he did make the right move there.
It was played very carefully, but I like that style.
Give me ammunition, Emad. Give me ammunition.
Anytime, mate.
Keep bleeding him.
I give you just enough rope for you to hang yourself.
Well, Eric tries to needle Emad, and Emad comes right back at him. Something tells me that these two are just getting warmed up. And blinds are 2 and 4,000 now. David Steike folds, as does John Juwanda. Over to Emad Tatu, our chip leader, with pocket 5s.
Well, Tatu just lost the pot. After flopping top pair, he's going to come in raising here.
Makes it 12,000.
He did play the hand well, so hopefully he's got his composure about him. There's always that hanging over his head, the fact that when he gets down there, things seem to go wrong and he can't finish the job, but as long as he keeps his composure, he should be okay.
Over to Tony Ng, who will make the call with King-Queen offsuit.
Calling from the big blind, hoping to catch a pair on this flop.
And the flop is a Jack 9-9 flop.
Well, Ng doesn't catch a pair, but he catches a straight draw.
And Ng checks.
Over to Tatu with the 2 5s. He's got 2 pair on this flop, and he's going to bet it.
Makes it 16,000 to go.
Really hoping to pick it up right here to get Ng out of the hand. Ng aggressive. He's going to raise it here.
And he makes it 35,000.
Well, pushing back at Tatu, trying to represent either the 9 or the Jack here. He does need a 10 for a straight or a king or a queen. As you can see by the percentages, he's actually pretty close to 50-50.
And Tatu folds the best hand.
Well, tough to call there for Tatu. I can't blame him for folding. Great play there, really, from Tony Ng to make the aggressive bet on the flop with a check raise.
And Emad Tatu loses some more chips, and Tony Ng adds them to his stack.
I like the way he played that hand.
You better keep those guys in line, man.
The crowd getting a bit rowdy.
It's not going to tilt me here. It's going to tilt me after this.
Tatu showing some signs of frustration. And Asadurian going to the rail. Not Joe Hashem's not the one making a lot of noise, but some of the people in the crowd getting a little bit to Tatu, it seems.
Well, he's not on tilt yet, but he certainly isn't looking comfortable. And we are back to the action. There is Bo Sealstat. Been very quiet so far.
Calculated.
Picks up 7-8 offsuit, maybe that's why.
Not picking up any real cards, that's for sure. 7-8 offsuit. Waiting for something a little better than that. Like that, maybe.
Well, Eric Asadurian with ace-king of diamonds.
Strong hand. He's definitely going to raise here.
He makes it 14,000.
Action's on Steike now with ace-jack of hearts. Another strong hand. Both these players are suited.
And he will call.
He's calling from the small blind, so the action's going to be on John Juwanda now. Wow!
He picks up pocket kings.
So Juwanda with the 2 kings, he's got a raise and a call. He is on the short stack. Perfect opportunity here for him to really make a play. Asadurian with a strong hand as well. Ace-king suited.
All in.
And he does indeed move all in.
And he's going to get played with. Asadurian with ace-king suited. Also moving all in here. Trying to protect his hand against Steike.
And Steike's still to act.
Well, Steike really should consider folding here.
Very smart of you.
Complimenting Asadurian on his re-raise.
Clearly leaning towards mentioning that he would have called Juwanda.
And he does fold, so we have an all-in player, and it is John Juwanda.
Well, Juwanda way in front, 70%. Pair of kings, the second best hand you can be dealt before the flop. Ace-king suited, a powerful hand as well, but a big underdog here. Well, Steike mentioning the fact that he had an ace, so great news for Juwanda.
We now know there are only 2 aces in the deck.
Makes Juwanda's hand even more powerful.
All right, if I win this one, it's going to be all over.
Juwanda sort of tongue-in-cheek there, saying that if I get